Alright, so I have my Gem Knight deck here, and I've been getting a lot of questions lately on, my current profile since some more DT cards have come out and everything. So here we go. This is my current Gem Knight deck profile. 1, 2, 3 copies of Gem Knight Obsidian. This guy is just awesome, and you really can't miss the timing on his effect. So he's great for bringing back Gem Knights, and you fuse them off out of the hand, bring back. Usually what I bring back is one of these guys. I got 3 copies of Gem Knight Sardonyx. This guy won't be legal until April 19th, but he is a Gemini. Whenever he's Gemini summoned, you can go ahead and, if he destroys a monster in battle, you can search out a Gem Knight card from your deck, which can also include Gem Knight Fusion. So he can actually search the Gem Knight Fusion, and does quite a bit for me. 1 copy of Gem Knight Amber. Gem Knight Amber's still good, but not the best, in my opinion. 2 copies of Gem Knight Garnet. 1900 type beater, pyro type, and also able to bring out Ruby. So 3 copies of Gem Armadillo. Gem Armadillo is my Stratos, lets me search out any Gem Knight monster from my deck, so that's great because it can get me an Obsidian or Sardonyx really quick. 1 copy of Gem Turtle, just to search out my Gem Knight Fusion a little bit faster. 2 copies of Max C. That's pretty self-explanatory. 2 copies of Thunder King Ryo. This is, he's a Thunder type, he's a light, he's a really good monster. So 2 of them, and now that he's at 2, it's just good to run how many you can. 1 copy of Card Trooper. He's an Earth, he gives me a little extra draw power, plus he gives me the mill, so if I can mill a couple Gem Knights into my graveyard to get my Gem Knight Fusion back, if I can mill the Gem Knight Fusion into the graveyard if I haven't got it yet, that can be really good. 2 copies of Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk, I got so many level 4s in here that Summoner Monk, can plow through them, plus you can get the Gem Knight Fusion back to reuse. You go Summoner Monk, pitch Gem Knight Fusion, remove a Gem Knight, bring the Gem Knight Fusion back to the hand. If you summon another Summoner Monk off the first Summoner Monk's effect, boom, you can get real quick Shockmaster that way, which is nice. 1 copy of Granso the Elemental Lord, down from 2 to 1 now, just because I was pulling him into hand at 2 a little too often. That's no fun. 2 copies of Gem Knight Fusion. I tell people you don't really need 3 in this deck. Everyone, says, "Oh, what about 3?" No, I only run 2 because once you get 1 in play, you really don't need another one. So, yeah. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, kind of obvious there. 1 copy of Dark Hole. 1 copy of Heavy Storm. 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. 1 copy of Pot of Duality. That's just to get a little bit more search so I can get to my Gem Knight Fusion a little bit faster. 2 copies of Gemini Spark. 1 copy of Dark Factory and Mass Production. I really recommend this just because you can get your Gemini monsters back to hand. You can get you a little more hand advantage. But I had 2 in here, but I'm gone down to 1 just because it can be kind of a dead draw even if you can get your monsters back. I mean, it's only going to defend you probably for 1 turn, if that. 1 copy of Solemn Warning. 1 copy of Mirror Force. 2 copies of Torrential, 2 copies of Bottomless, and 2 copies of Dimensional Prison. I don't have a lot of monster effect negation in here, but it's in the side deck. I got Veilers and Fiendish Chains and Breakthrough Skills all on the side deck, so I'm really not worried about effect-based decks like windups or Inzectors or something. Alright, into the extra deck. 1 copy of it's number 39, Utopia. 1 copy of Gem Knight Pearl. 1 copy of Gaga Cowboy. 1 copy of number 16, Shockmaster. 1 number 11, Big Eye. 1 number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings. 1 Gem Knight Seraphite. This is what's great about her is she can give you an extra normal summon, which means you can get your Gemini effects active like immediately. But she's a fusion of a light monster and any Gem Knight, which is, you know, uh, you know, okay. Usually you're gonna end up probably fusing her with like a Utopia, or I also, once you get into the side deck, she becomes even better because you have a second copy of her. You still got the Thunder Kings in the main deck. You've got Raikou, Effect Veilers, so she gets play. One copy of Gem Knight Ruby, which is the fusion of the normal monster, the Garnet, which is the whole reason you run Garnet. He's great because he can pump up his attack and has breakthrough damage, piercing, whatever. Got made fun of today for calling it breakthrough. So yeah, one copy of Ruby. Two copies of Gem Knight Citrine. This goes with any Pyro, so like the Sardonyx, the Garnet, whatever. But Citrine is just awesome because when you attack, they can't activate anything until the end of the damage step. So you can just get through a lot of effects. You don't have to worry about things like Deep Prisons or Mirror Forces and all that crap. So that's nice. One copy of Prismara. Prismara, you discard a Gem Knight card, and you can pop cards on the field. Also, these are the level 7s, so a lot of times you'll get these two at the same time. You'll use like a Prismara effect, and then overlay, and you'll go into a big guy. 1, 2, 3 copies of Gem Knight Zirconia. This is the beater for the deck. He 2900 attack, just beefy, and you can overlay two of him, or him and like a Grand Soil. I'll do a lot, and you get your Gimmick Puppet out, so that's fun. And then finally, one Gem Knight Diamond Master. He's of course like the Gem Knight boss, so one copy of him. He also has 2900 attack, but you can use his effect, and part of the whole reason you run Ruby is because you want to turn him into a Ruby a lot of times, and then you can pitch off like a Zirconia and just 29 plus 29 with breakthrough, just epic. Alright, so that's it. That is the current Gem Knight deck, and Gem W for life.